getting like a pair of boobs, like boobs are pretty. I mean, like boobs look nice, but like honestly, do you really want to see a picture of like a vajay?
I'm gonna keep one. I did not know we were gonna go this way.
You,
You know,
you
I'm
actually,
loving it.
I
and I'm
didn't
just
either,
I'm
but
glad.
I am
nor,
prepared.
nor did I know that Jess was
Word,
gonna.
I am prepared.
Through the money, design of the drip. Don't got a cap, I'm as real as it get. Bet on myself and I tripled the flip. Came from the streets, I'ma stick to the script. We popping bottles like we went a trip. Rather fill up accounts than empty a clip. 10 on the ground, so I never slip. They love you, they hate you, I'm watching them switch. Switch, 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 switch. They hate you, they love you, I'm watching them switch. Switch.
Yeah. You already know what it is, your boy Chance. Got the birthday boy Rook in the house as he's sipping. Got Trill Kenny from 305. He up in here. And we got the world famous hairstylist Jess up in the house.
All right.
All
Yo,
right,
Jess,
so
you gotta do my colors one day.
I would love to do your colors one day.
she ain't gonna do it because I've been waiting for like 3 years. But anywho, so let's
Just
go.
more booked up than Dr. Miami. You got to do it 2 years in advance.
All right, so we're gonna knock this topic out real quick because people gotta go. Plus, if y'all watching, you probably don't want to stay that long since we knew. Oh, you can make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. So the topic we're gonna do is because we're gonna pretend like everyone here, except for Jess, because she said she doesn't want to pretend, everyone here is single. So I don't want anyone to get in trouble. So the topic is gonna be, if we were, could we date in this era? Because obviously some of us are in a different generation to where social media wasn't as popping. You couldn't find shit on Twitter, on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Discord, on WhatsApp, all that good shit. It was just, you had a flip phone and that was about it. So you ain't know nobody's business unless they told you, or unless somebody saw you and they shouldn't have been seeing you anyway. But now in this era, could we do it? So we'll start with that question, and then we'll get into some other shit like red flags, shit like that. So Jess, we'll go on my cameras left to right, and we'll start off. Could you, and why you could or why you couldn't?
No, absolutely not.
Why
No,
not?
it's just an emphatic no. Because the way that this, I mean, as a female, and this is just comes from being behind the chair, and I talk to women literally all day long, single women, all a lot, and just what is out there, being whether these girls are in their 20s or 50s, 40s, whatever, like it's all the same kind of stuff, and like no offense, but like dudes just do some really inappropriate stuff. I know females do too. I'm not saying it's just guys, but like the stuff that they tell me about what happens on there. And honestly, just one thing that I just don't get, and this might just be like a gap with like, generationally, like the dick pics.
Yeah,
I
sure,
just
right?
don't
Sure,
get
right.
it. Look at Rook is like, what? I mean, guys, do you guys
This
send
is going to be a
pictures of your
great episode. I see
Do
it
you
already.
Word.
No, I'm serious. I just want to know. Like, do you guys send women pictures of your peepees, and do they like it? Or do they lie and tell you they like it? The male anatomy is just not pretty. Like it's different than getting like a pair of boobs. Like boobs are pretty. I mean, like boobs look nice. But like honestly, do you really want to see a picture of like a vajay? Those aren't really pretty either. I mean, I just feel like the anatomy in general is just like not attractive.
I'm gonna keep one. I did not know we were gonna go this way.
You,
know,
you
I'm
actually,
loving it.
I
and I'm
didn't
just,
either,
I'm
but
glad.
I am prepared.
Nor did I know that Jess was
Word,
gonna.
I am prepared.
there's absolutely no way I could date in a climate where it is okay to accost you with genitalia without permission. I mean, it's bad enough like when we were dating, and like, guys would just like whip that shit out, or like or for girls, like, I mean, it's bad enough you get like accosted by it. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to open up my phone and there be like a penis
Boom.
without asking for it first. And on all these dating apps, these girls are getting, or like on Snapchat and stuff, like they're just They open the snap and it's just like,
Boom.
big. You know,
Kenny, how many
He
times you did
doesn't
that?
sound like somebody that's on X a lot.
So
I don't even
first,
know what that is. Okay.
Twitter.
Twitter.
You know
X,
that-
Twitter.
that new Twitter.
Oh, is that the new Twitter? Thanks
Correct.
for clearing that up because I wasn't
So
sure. I heard that
to answer
someone.
the original question, uh, I do think I could if I had to, obviously, because I mean, now I ain't no codependent person or nothing, but being alone is tough sledding out here in these streets. But I really want to respond more to what Jess said and that last question you just asked me, Chance. I've never sent an unsolicited dick pic in my life.
Okay, unsolicited.
That's my. I will say unsolicited. I never have, but I will say when I was in. This is gonna sound really bad, but I'm gonna say some stuff that people don't know. So when I was in middle school, that's when I did a lot of my like
Dick pics?
grown folks' business.
Oh.
Huh? Well, yes, that's the only time I've ever sent a dick pic. I was in middle school. I was in the 7th grade. When I was in middle school, it was a very, very, very popular thing. At the time, it was all that's when camera phones had a razor. Camera phones were just getting popular when I was in middle school. It was my first phone, and a girl asked me to send a dick pic, so I did. And like, nah, man, I want to say maybe 2, 3 weeks later, because again, like I said, this was a popular thing. There was a whole like thing at the school about how that's technically having child pornography on your phone. So all that sexting, because sexting was very popular at the time. Even my mom saw it on the news and mentioned it to me. So like the sexting was as big as a thing as MySpace at the time. So those are the two things you wanted your teenagers to stay away from. So that's what's on and popping. So yeah, again, did send one. It was a big thing, and I mean, girls asked, I did. It wasn't a big deal. It didn't change any of the talking. It was just like, hey, I'm pretty sure. I mean, at the time we didn't have group chats like we had now, but if we did, I probably would have been in somebody's group chat. That probably just would have been straight up. Because I mean, why else would she have asked for it? But I mean, again, at the time, that's people was just like. And again, I know as a man, it's a way different thing because when men ask for nudes, that's I mean, it's a whole. We could go do a whole episode on that because that's a whole like psychological thing. A lot of dudes just want to be able to show their boys. It depends on what type of dude you're talking to. There's some dudes who want it because they get off on that shit. There's some dudes who just kind of shysty. They want as much of nudes in their phone as they can have, and they keep them forever. I mean, I got all types of different friends and acquaintances and people I know who ain't my friends, but they know my name and they got my number. And some of them are these people. They got I tell you, got a separate phone just for nudes, basically. Like, so that's a whole nother thing in and of itself between both sending it and
So
receiving it. But
a whole nother level.
yeah, again, I ain't going in nobody app. Again, I do have friends who talk about this, like my female friends. They open Instagram about how many DMs of just dick pics in there. No,
So
what is up with that? Why is it that like you like a girl now and you think that this is gonna be the thing that gets them to like call you or get back? They're like, bang, unsolicited dick pic. Honestly, that would make me not want to speak to you.
they might be proud.
I ain't gonna lie. Just based on how I know people, it had to have worked at some point. That's why I think the problem is.
Yes, maybe it
It
has
worked for
to.
somebody,
I mean, where else?
and people ain't looked back since.
So Rook, I feel like we should skip you. because we've had episodes before on the rename podcast, and
I know he's gonna bring that up.
and it just went really, really deep. And to be honest, I did not know we were going here already. Like I had a disclaimer in the beginning of this video, and I did not know, like I said, it was coming from Jess. So we're here. Appreciate
you
it.
invited me.
I mean, I was looking for the clickbait, and there it is.
I am very pleased with this episode.
Yes. So, but I feel like we're going to take it down that path that we don't even need to go down that path. But so, Rook, let's stick to the question, and I guess Jess's question too. But keep it as like kind of like Kenny's level, how he kept it. So, could you date in this era? And then answer Jess's. Have you ever sent? I feel like I know the answer already, knowing you as my brother. But go ahead.
All right, so I don't like this era. Let me get that out the way. All right, for any age group, I don't like this era because the influence has affected all the age groups. But
for sure.
I could date in this era. I don't prefer it. I prefer to be a whore, but I could date in this era.
Keep it on.
Would you date an older woman or a woman your age or younger?
Man, that all depends. Like, I'm not opposed to an older woman at all, but like, she still gotta rub me the right way, and then that means
Ah,
Motherfucker's a genie in a bottle.
Jess is on it tonight.
word. But the I'm not with the unsolicited dick pics. I've sent them, but not unsolicited. Unless like you were like my ex has unsolicited, but that's different. We were dating for a while, and I just had moments, and I'm ridiculously primal. And Chance said to keep this clean, so it's clean.
For
But
this
she
episode,
was your woman already.
Hmm?
She was your woman already. Like you were in a relationship. You didn't send an unsolicited picture to someone that you weren't with.
Exactly. Yeah. Even if we were smashing, like you still wouldn't get an unsolicited dick pic. That's not happening.
no, it's levels.
Word.
I have another question, but Chance, I'll let you go first.
all right, so let me answer y'all. So for me, it's a
No,
two-part.
I ain't gonna. Next time we do this panel, Chance, you just hosting so we can keep it short. I need more heat from Jess.
Yeah,
We're enough out of you on the regular.
I know, right? I'm just gonna have to mediate on that one.
Word, and then you can take the chains off of me, nigga.
I'm gonna have to be Molly, like on first date. All right, real quick. So could I date in this era? I feel like if I was still young Chance in New York, doing my movie shit and my music shit.
Oh yeah, in Florida, no chance.
Absolutely. Because with the apps, I will be amazing. Every weekend will be lit. It will be fire. Like time of my life. Especially in New York, where we going to eat and shit. I'd be that dude. But
hold up, are you seriously dating or are you like gallivanting?
no, I'm draking.
All right, so you're gallivanting. All right.
I'm Drake.
I'm with you on that.
That's what we doing. But as an older person, I think, to quote Drake again, I think the lyric is real. Who wants to be 40 and alone? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all cool. As you get older, you see this. Maybe even when you're younger, some people realize this quicker. But it's all cool when you're doing whatever you're doing, in and out, cool, whatever. And it's all fun. As long as you keep it honest too. Like, don't be a liar at the end, telling people that they're the one and they're not the one. Like, at least be real with what you're doing. But if you're having fun dating, as people are supposed to do in their young lives to date, and it's cool. But then you do grow to know that everything else that comes after is what it's about. It's about the time that you spend with someone. It's about the memories. It's about the family. It's about building shit and then leaving shit behind. Like that's the real shit that it's all about.
Legacy, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what, the love or the relationship really is. That's when you're really, I think, at your happiest point. But as a youngin', yes, I would run through New York like it's crazy. But and then the pics, if you ain't asking, I ain't sending.
I mean, quite simple to me.
I wanted to piggyback that one thing though about that 40 and alone, like legacy talk. Yo, there's no man that you will call king that does not want to leave a legacy. None. Mm-hmm. None. No real king has not wanted to have a successor.
Yep.
Like your name is forgotten after you.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, well, this is going to take us off topic, so I will not.
We go on all types of places just as fine.
Go ahead. Yeah, you're okay. Put us in the deep ocean.
I have a question, and then I have something for this. Okay. Do you guys know what people call how many people you've had sex with now? Because I just found out what this means.
If it ain't bodies, I'll be astounded.
Your body count.
Yes, that's not new.
So let me tell. Listen,
that's like years old.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. I don't care, but I'm married. I've been married for 16 years. Okay, I have 2 children.
God damn.
Thank you.
4 away from 20, Lord.
Look at me. I know. I got good skin. It's the Greek and Italian. I have no makeup on today. I was not prepared for this meeting. But
my big fat Greek wedding 3 is coming out. But go ahead.
I know. But my friend and I, we were and there were a bunch of kids around, and they were like teenage age, and college age, and they were talking about their body count, and they were like naming these numbers, and I'm like, what are they, fucking serial killers? They're like mass murderers? Is this what's happening right now? And clearly that's not what was going on. It was, and I was like, what a gross way to talk about like people that you've been. I mean, like, it's just gross.
Because they
I
body them,
actually,
Jess. They body them.
don't
this is
like
gonna
it.
go a lot of different ways. So growing up in South Florida, Miami specifically, body count could mean two things. It's how many people you fucked, how many people you killed. You got to be careful who you ask that question. It's very different. Number one. Number two, when I took sex ed for the fourth out of 8 times, because I live in Florida, and boy, do they need it. One of the things they do is, okay, so take a group, a handful of Skittles, and you touch them, and you pass that to somebody else, and they had a handful of Skittles. Now you've just touched everyone that person just had sex with. That's how they showed you how body counts. I mean, because again, Miami is the HIV hub in the world, so you got to teach sexual ed very properly because people is yeah.
That is
Porn is
good.
the capital here, HIV is the capital here, and fucking is the capital here. So you better learn to rub it up. We
Holy
teaching
moly!
these are condom people. So yeah. So if you ever put those like, and they use when they did these classes, they would use the same Skittles and they put them back in the bags. That would further show how worn the Skittles are. And if you look at your hand, the sugar comes right off a Skittle if you let it melt too long, and that's not a long time in your hand if you don't know. So you look at that now. Look how much color's on your hand. That's how you now. So let's say you've had sex with 5 people, and the person had sex with 5 people, which pretty low body counts by today's standards. Now you've touched 25 people without leaving your bedroom more than 5 times in theory.
I don't like it.
So my next statement about that, my friend actually had a new theory about something that I think is very stupid, but I'm gonna spread it here anyway. So think about a body count. Obviously people care about this. This is a big thing. This is a big topic all the time. Some people care about how much their partner body count is before they can't get with especially men, can't get with a girl for body count is this, blah, blah,
Which is
blah,
funny
blah,
as
blah,
hell
blah.
because it's a double standard because y'all motherfuckers can have sex with as many people as you want, and that's okay.
It's one of
But
the
your
biggest
woman
double
better be
gonna
a
standards.
fuck this up and
fucking
explain
virgin
that
or
as
she's
soon as
not
you're
good
done,
enough.
Kenny. I'm gonna
I mean,
explain that part to
I
her
don't
as
know if
soon
you're gonna
as
fuck it up because I'm not going too far away from it. I might be under the umbrella.
okay.
But so my friend says men are dogs and women are cats. Cats have 9 lives.
Meow,
So if a
bitch.
cat has 9 lives, 9 lives is the limit for him. In which if you got more than 9 bodies, you for the streets as far as he's concerned. Now this is a man with a child. This is a man who's left his baby mama. But again, that got more than 9 lives. It ain't for me. That was his theory. And when I swear to God, I think he posted this like 2-3 days ago, maybe even yesterday.
But he
Time
fucking
means
got
nothing to
his
me.
legacy, so it's okay.
Partially. So us having this conversation, that's one of the first things that I thought of. Because again, it's a conversation you can have with your specific significant other. Personally, I don't see how much. I mean, obviously, this is easy to say because I know my significant other's body count, and we've been friends for so long. But usually, in my experience in life, it's not something like it's not like some people. I got homeboys. Honestly, it's first date question material for them. They asking, hey, personally, for me, it's more so. Have you had sex with anybody I know? Because again, my city, I've lived in NMB most of my life, so I've known some people. I'm not 30 yet, but I've known people for 20 years. Some of the same people, so that's a more relatable question for me. You've been around the block. Do I know anybody you've been with? Because I know some of the people who are around the block and they not clean. That's completely different from, oh, you've had sex with 6 people. You're dirty. Stay away from me. That's just not relative. I had sex with more than 6 people before I finished high school. Before I finished middle school. So like. I'm just not gonna.
He was going giggity.
I'm Haitian and I live in Miami. I'm sorry. Active early. But I don't tell my girlfriend I got out the way.
Kenny, how old are you?
I did more from 12 to 18 than I did from 18 to 24.
So what age, Kenny?
Did I lose it? Or what we talking here?
Lose it.
12.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. So I found somebody before I was 14.
Okay.
Hold on,
Yes,
you said 12?
Yeah, I was 12.
You said you was 12?
Yeah.
And you
As
was
a
14?
mother, that makes me
12,
sad.
13, 14.
I was 18.
Oh man, they're so proud of you.
Yeah,
They're so fucking proud of you.
Gents.
There goes
I'm glad my mom
standards,
talked to me about condoms at 8.
I mean,
talk
Lady
about the
was
school
smart.
system being not as good as it is. My parents were talking to me about that. Good thing. I had a couple talks. I definitely always use a condom though. I recently stopped using those, but again, with my significant other, so that's very different.
All right, Jess. A real question. So you're with your husband, right? You guys are fairly new. Whatever. You're not married. You're dating, and then for some reason the question comes up. I don't know if it would, but it just does. And then he hits you with at about 75, 80. Is it a big deal for you or no?
I mean, that's like a lot.
So
I would,
is it a deal breaker? He gone?
I think that's too many.
All right, so he gone. All right.
But wait. Think about all that y'all have had though. I and you love,
But that's
embrace, and enjoy it.
insane.
Like, would you really want to sacrifice that because you think that's too many?
That, I was
I
about to
think
say,
in time you'll get over it.
I'm big on deal breakers. I just don't see how a body count could be a deal breaker. I
You
don't
could
know.
have went through a whole phase.
Honestly, like, here's the deal. I would just say from experience as a woman and dating and things like that, if the guy's, I don't even want to say it like that, but whatever, the amount of people that he's been with, because I'm not friggin' saying it. The amount of people, no! Let the bodies hit the floor. That's what I think of.
Drowning pool.
Drowning pool. So, no, I think that if he's been with that many people, I would be worried about infidelity.
Okay.
Now listen,
On what
listen to me.
grounds?
Meaning that he
If
probably
he's
eats it all the time.
if he listen for a second. If
Rook is offended.
5 to 80 people, okay, and then he's dating me, how?
Wait,
If
how
you're
long?
not
Wait,
one
see, I know, now that I think about it, I'm
there
kind of offended.
that he
How long
fucked
did he
around
have to date
on?
these people?
I am
People are alive a long time.
Thank you.
What is the window here? Time out.
How many? Like, how long? I just
You can, because I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna.
You've never had a one night stand?
I'm about to
that's
say.
not what we're talking about right now.
No.
But you could get through.
There are multiples.
Mathematically
Have you not
speaking,
had multiples?
I'm about to say,
That is
mathematically speaking, no hard work. You can have 52 in a year. That's one per week.
Yeah, look at see math.
That's
Fucking math.
But that's a single person being single.
So think about that. So how is it that someone who has had that many partners has not cheated on one of them?
Because they're not together.
Yeah, they weren't together with those
Not
people.
anymore. Probably
No,
because
they
he
never
fucked like
were.
10 girls while he was with her.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Sex doesn't equal a relationship. Sex is
At
sex.
all.
Okay. But if you are in a committed relationship with someone else, if you're in a committed relationship with me and you fuck another female, you just fucked around and you're gonna find out. Because that ain't flying.
We didn't say
That's
but
all
what
bets
we're
off.
talking about
We didn't say he was
is
committed.
he's having sex with different women every week. He's committed to no one.
That's
He's
what I'm saying.
committed to the
Why
night.
would I want him committed to me?
Because he left that
All
life.
right, because maybe he wants to be committed to you.
Well, we would have to wait and see, wouldn't we? But we don't even have to worry about it because I don't even have to think about it. So, and I already told Chance earlier before this podcast started, if God forbid something ever happened between JR and I, nope, I will not be dating anyone. Thank you.
Okay, well,
That's wrong.
Father,
It's
on
funny.
the
I
other
told
hand,
my
could
girlfriend
have had
the opposite.
whoever before you. You are special and unique. That's why he wants to date you and not just have sex.
For a little while, for sure. But, at some point, if you're used to having that many sexual partners, the probability of you taking that life and then changing it for good is low. I'm not saying it can't happen.
You're a hairstylist. You got wigs.
Oh, this is a mathematical equation now. I feel like I'm watching Foundation.
And I am not that great at math, but I am telling you that this is a lose-lose for that poor female, whoever we're talking about.
People slow down, bro. They slow down.
I know. Well, I damn sure would make him go get tested for like every STD that there is before.
Every 6 months, you should do that anyway. If you date, that is.
Yeah, I literally do it for my birthday.
In theory,
Okay, cool.
In theory, married people should too. But I would hope you wouldn't have to do that. But that's not something we should really have to talk about right now.
All right, so
every 6 months, if you are in the streets, though.
All right, question
for sure.
Question.
In the street, it just makes it sound so scary and bad.
Since we segue there, let's go. Left to right. If you're dating someone and that question comes up, I want you to get tested, and they say no because it offends them, is it a deal breaker?
Oh, yeah.
Word. What?
Did I not give y'all the stats about where I live?
No,
I'm going to say this again.
Bro, I don't need those
I mean,
stats.
honestly, but like I said, I've been married for 16 years. I have no idea.
No, I get it, but I've been asked before, and it offended me.
Oh no,
It offended
sir.
you by asking
If
what? Why?
anything, it mean they think
Because
you're fucking, which is a compliment.
because I feel like you think I'm dirty in these streets. Like I ain't got no
I
sense.
still feel like it's
No,
different for females
you
than
just
it
fucking,
is.
and she know you
Because
fucking.
you gotta, yeah, yo. I got homeboys to this day. I still gotta tell them, yo, because most people I ain't having no kids, ain't no problem. But you can die. What the fuck? Forget not having. What are you talking? You first of all, as much as you love fucking, because there's always the people who love fucking who have these problems. You ain't gonna be able to no more if it fall off, which is a strong possibility if you fuck the wrong person. So can you fuck up? You like Jack said earlier, fuck around and find out. So yeah,
Word.
nah.
You think
Conversation.
It's not.
you
I
just can't
understand what you're
assume.
saying, Chance, but it's like again, you don't know that person from a can of paint. If you're a person who like again, the person just apparently don't like. If you round the block all the time, like you get taking a girl on a date per week and fucking one per week or whatever the case may be, I mean, if you doing that every once in a while, statistically speaking, you probably slip the condom off. Girl or a guy is in her right to say, I don't know how to use condoms. You ain't never fucked me before. If you want to fuck me, I need to know that you ain't finna kill me. That's pretty fair to me. So like
You know what?
even exchange
And
of
there's shit
goods.
that the condom can't protect you from.
I
So,
mean, that's also
son,
facts, but that's a whole nother
son.
conversation.
This is exactly why. I'm just done after this. I will not be worrying about this
Oh
ever
yeah,
again.
that was my other comment. I told my girlfriend the opposite. If this don't work out, I'm never no. It's time to be a whore again because I'm not giving
Oh,
myself
you going the
again.
opposite way.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I love my girlfriend. I love my relationship, everything. But that shit's hard work. That shit worse than a job. You think I'm gonna try this again? I've been with my girlfriend 6 years. I can't imagine another 6 years
Bro,
with somebody else.
Hey,
Forget that.
I'm with
Add
you.
another
I'm
10
Forget
like,
to
it.
yo,
that.
I'm really close to
And
going
that's not
full on
including the fact
Bruce
that we've been
Wayne
best
right
friends since
now.
I was 16. So that's even more time. I'm not. No, that.
Jess, hit us with a couple questions before you take off and we end this because I don't want to keep you longer than you got to be.
Well, I just asked you that one. I had one. I mean, what kind of questions?
I don't know.
I have a
Wow.
random
I mean,
question that doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about
I
now.
mean, I'm just saying you was coming in hot. Go ahead.
Okay, whatever. This is complete segue now. We're off of this now.
I mean,
What?
we done hit everything in there. So
I know. I mean, you're welcome. So what happened to these movies that we were supposed to watch that we gave each other? Did we ever do?
nobody did their homework.
Yo,
That's
I
facts.
watched my movie. I watched my movie
I
twice.
watched my movie twice.
I ain't gonna lie, I watched mine way too blitz.
Time
Don't
out.
remember anything.
What movie did you watch twice?
V.
You watched V for Vendetta
You
twice.
watched it 2 times. Once was enough.
No, I'm lying. I'm capping on here. I ain't watching that. I ain't watching it.
All right, then. Niggas ain't even do their shit. See, I
I
watched
told
my movie twice.
Nobody was responding, so I was like, all right. I
Did
guess
you, Kenny? What did you watch?
I watched the movie you gave me, but again, I was high, so I don't remember it. Definitely gotta watch it again.
Jess, you ain't need to watch the movie I gave you.
Yes, I did.
What
Above
movie?
the Rim.
What was it about?
Tupac.
And what
He
happened?
plays
You got Above the
basketball.
Rim? I wish I could watch Above the Rim for the first time again.
He don't play basketball.
JR was like, I love that movie. He watched it with me. I fell asleep.
Yikes.
I watched it again.
Oh.
I was really tired.
All right, Kay,
That
what about
movie is
you?
classic. My man Shep.
Yeah, Chef was cool. What about you in this topic before we wrap it? I'll let you go. I'll let Rook say some question.
Actually, yeah, we did touch on it briefly, and I didn't really say nothing, so I got a question / statement on it. We talked about like dating in this era in general, but I think one of the things we didn't specifically talk about is dating apps, especially since our age groups. When I was, I guess, like in middle school and high school, when dating was a thing. I mean, again, I never went. Again, for me personally, I've always been the type of person, see ball, get ball. You go out in the streets. Where you at is where you're looking for it. That's because I mean, you want to find people with stuff in common with you, stuff like that. So obviously, that's one of my problems with dating apps and their predecessor dating websites. It's like, well, you gonna find someone compatible based on these lies they put on here or whatever, but someone can't fake who they are. Like if you meet someone in the club and they don't want to be there, you can tell they don't want to be there. And if you the person who like going to clubs, you can tell, oh, I'm not gonna talk to this person. They clearly don't want to be at the club. They just one of their friends dragged them here. I'm not gonna see them again, whatever the case may be. Stuff like that. Or if you like church or whatever, you meet someone at church, you finna see them at church every Sunday. Now you got your church buddy. Stuff like that. That's always been the type of person I am. I think websites and dating apps now, it's just especially with dating apps connected to social media, it's like it's just if you're talking about like real dating. Now if you're talking about getting your rocks off, yeah, they're perfect. But if we're talking about like real dating, I think dating apps are a real hindrance. As someone who's never signed up for one himself, just outside looking in.
wasn't a question.
Well, I mean,
You
if
know
y'all have
what's
any also
interesting
statements
about that?
on dating apps, which Jess does clearly.
I do not. I have no idea, but I have, like I said, I have a lot of clients who are like on them and like they show me like these dudes and stuff, and we laugh about them, and it's fun. But
Same.
but what I think is interesting is like how even just on like Facebook or Instagram or whatever, like people like slide into your DMs and like there was a guy who was messaging one of my clients and like wanted to take her out on a date, but had never met her before. And she
Take your
was just
taser
like,
and your Glock.
what?
Oh, my see
Oh,
again.
bring
I
a
have a lot of
taser and
female
a Glock.
friends.
I got you.
First
A
dates,
minute.
bring your taser, bring your Glock. If you don't know
So,
somebody who got one.
but like, so she was like, thank you so much. I'm really flattered, but like, no, thank you. Right. So you put that out there. You're really nice about it. You say no, thank you. But
He went
then
crazy.
Oh, you
they
cursed her out?
continue.
Oh.
Like they just continue and continue and continue until the point that you have to block them. As a woman, I just feel like it's different and it's unsafe sometimes. Like for
It is
females,
unsafe. It is unsafe.
I do actually have a comment. It is unsafe, but I think it's safer to the alternative because this would a dude would have done in the 90s if this was the thing. That would have been a dude. So, well, I mean, obviously, you would have been at the bar and that would have been the guy that just kept sending drinks. Wait until you get slushed, get into your cab. Next thing you know, that's the motherfucker taking you home.
Yeah.
That's the alternative. That's what that crazy person went from that crazy person to, well, I guess you won't block him because now he's afraid to leave his house. So it don't matter. He's not even willing to leave the house anyway. So it's a little bit safer, I'd say, but not a lot safer.
All right, we'll go. Question.
Damn.
Comments, concerns.
You want me to add to this?
No, I mean, like, if you have a question that you want everyone to ask for, we go. Because just gotta go because a lot of time was taken up in pre-recording. So
I know. My
She got
dog
it.
is barking downstairs.
that.
He wants to go on a walk.
Nah, man. Nah. No question, yo. No. I want to leave this one alone. I want to segue.
what's your segue question? Because we done.
It's a wrap? Oh, shit. Smooth.
It's hot as hell.
All right. So, anybody been watching fucking Team USA basketball?
What they got to do with
A little
Jess?
bit.
I told you, so I wanted to segues.
We can segue with Jess going.
Yes.
Well, on that note,
Watch V for Vendetta, please. Okay? Watch
No,
V for Vendetta.
I'm gonna kind
Everyone
of.
should.
So this is the episode today. It went left real quick. I hope y'all appreciate that. I didn't expect it was gonna go that way. I really
I ain't
thought
gonna lie, this is some of the best clips we ever had. I don't know what you're talking about.
it is. It is.
Word.
I got mad clip baits now. I got mad shorts. Appreciate that, Jess.
This-
Because I didn't think it was going this way.
please don't do it.
Don't clip out just by herself though. Don't get her, in trouble.
Don't get me in trouble.
That's why I said you're supposed
Put
to
her on the spot.
But all right, we're gonna wrap it up. Jess is here. She'll be here periodically. You already know Kenny. You already know Rook. You already know me. Make sure you subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Episode be out, and we'll be back again. Yee.
Throw the money, designer the drip. Don't got a cap, I'm as real as it get. Bet on myself.